just going to write that in chat so they can actually ready up. So this is the last, this is the final, guys. ESL Weekly Cup 41. Cheese Mode versus Oops. And I looking forward to this. Actually, I probably shouldn't call them Oops, should I? I should call them Oops, I Critted Again, because we've got a team that we call Oops quite a lot as well. Or Ouch. Ouch is good. Ouch is good. That's
or Red Team in this case.
Oh yeah, Red Team, sorry. Yes, indeed.
So many
Red
options.
Team.
What to choose.
So, yeah. Oh, God. Where's the green team when you need them? Hey, hey, Nick, where are they? God, I need to get these guys involved. So we are waiting for the guys to ready up. I do believe, guys, also someone will put in the Twitch chat the tweet to follow and to retweet so you can win 800 gems. They're going to announce that after this, and we're going to go into the map to have a look at the splits, because I do believe we are about to start.
Yes, we are about to start in a couple of seconds. Just to mention it again, and as I do always, we've got Oops, I Crit Again on the red team and Cheese Mode on the blue. And we're gonna have a look at the opener. Well, semi-aggressive from both teams. We've got three people crossing from Cheese Mode and 2 people crossing, although Honey turning back immediately to fend off a possible attack on the close, and that is going to happen. Mid, a long way capped from Lotus Syrup without any contestation from Honey. Just now getting on the point. Oh, nice. Needs to mist form to get on onto the point. Just stunned out of the point. Nice move there.
Really didn't want to lose it, and also getting back again onto the point, using the armor and the stability there, which comes along with that to get back. So using a lot of cooldowns, but also making sure to save the actual cap now. I'm not sure how many actual cooldowns she has left. She has some condition removal, of course, and needs to try and stay on the point as much as possible, because I believe there's only 2 ticks until this mid cap is lost. Now,
well, but a good move to clear the situation in mid might be Darace, who's going in now and actually bringing him down immediately. Very fast burst there. Nice damage where it's supposed to be. We've got the Vapor Form to survive a little bit longer, but Milo doesn't even want to try res. Looks like they're just going to give the midpoint to the to Oops, I Crit Again. Need to look at the name there for a second.
And
possibly
actually, Hibify. Yeah, Hibify went down over on the mine as well. I think he just got caught off node, or caught before the node. And some nice movement from Ouch, actually. If you see, the reason she got to mid so late is because she's actually crossing. And that fast communication between the Red Thief and nice the Elementalist there was good. That she could actually go, she just went straight to
there from Hibify to get Arcean into a problematic situation, but the rest was really straightforward. Got him back up quickly. Now both teams actually having a couple of low players. Oops, I Crit Again in a problematic situation with a stomp on pure blah blah. Warrior out of the equation. Still 4 people now really committed to getting the outer point here. Cheese Mode, 4 people on the point, but they can just respawn. They can respawn and run in again. We're also seeing Darice to maybe position himself on top of the, what were we calling it, the woody thing?
The wooden bit.
The wooden bit.
The wooden bit.
Nice.
The raised area.
Looks like Blue has cleared up the situation on the far point. Now with the double outer point cap, but still going for the mid. We have a nice pull on Honey. Lipion going in, the immobilized on Honey. Still trying to keep him there. Second immobilized. We've got the static field and the decap is through.
Yeah, unlucky, because even with the misform getting out of that stun, you know, they're still going to get the decap, so it felt like a bit, not completely wasted, but probably not seeing how much there were left. And she might be able to get a couple of knockbacks here and there to actually get that cap back in the end, but you know, Hibify's got a couple himself they can use, and Honey's actually in a lot of trouble. But we do see Viola there coming into the point as well, which is the Guardian. But unfortunately, you know, that's not really going to help in this situation.
Double downside against 3 people with the aggression on the far point. We've got Hench cleared up. Of course, they moved there fairly quickly. We've got the mine back to Oops, I Crit Again. So Cheese Mode kind of going for the mid and close cap there, not really relying on keeping the outer points. Although they were pretty committed to getting it in the first place. Oh, did Darius try and res himself? That didn't go quite as well as you thought, I think.
Not too sure now, actually. I think he's out of the fight for a while now. He's going to be bled out, and then we're waiting for that respawn as well, so that's unfortunate.
Okay.
Just
we have
having a look.
Point still decapped,
Yeah,
so that's
good.
It.
So yeah, they can come. You know, it's only 60 points difference at the moment. They can come back into this. It's not lost by any point. And also, Viola going down there. Unfortunately, we are going to see the Necro coming in from the red team as well to try and assist with that res. It's still on low HP, the Guardian as well, and the focus still really is on him. And he's going to go down again. And then red team, if they go down for that res, there's going to be so much cleave coming down.
Look
at Honey. Oh.
Yeah, but the damage is too hard on the corpse. Stomp coming through, one person down. We still get... Do we still have anyone? No, everyone bailed. They are trying to reposition themselves. We have Darius either in a chance to steal Chieftain or... Yes, no, he didn't get Chieftain and he didn't get the decap. Could have gone for the decap there, was pretty much a split decision there, what he wanted to go for. Now, but still they have 1 point, so it's not like we're seeing a 3 cap here. Try to decap from pure blah blah on the point again, doesn't quite get it. Couldn't get an immobilize on 2 people. And another engage from the red team on the midpoint. They are pretty split right now.
They need to think about doing that, to be honest. I mean, the problem is, look at them at the moment. The Guardian's going to have to go to close because there's no one nearby at all to try and help that. So they've lost their Guardian in that team fight. So no support's coming out. Although Honey is on the point, but she's had to move off. And any decaps they got on mid are now completely lost. And they need to be careful about this. They can't really disengage from this 2v2 because they could just get trained down from behind, of course. And now we do see, I do believe we have 3 members of the red team currently in. But Secretive is just gone down as well on the inside of the point, and they really are focusing the Necro. They did get him up, thank God, as well for them, so maybe they can try and just bail out a little bit, of course, popping that flesh worm port to get back out. But look at that,
Lord Asura is on the chase of Secretive.
Nice. Good job. And it's good because, you know, they were aware that he came out of the fight and they needed to put that focus on him to potentially keep him out for even longer because he's doing some nice pressure in that midpoint. Lord Asura almost went down there, just got some healing off. But unfortunately, he's going to go down on the point.
Lipion down, Darcy tries to stomp but doesn't quite get it. Second down state, but Lipion gets finished just by damage first. Nice. Lord Asura on the side, pure blah blah. I think he actually might have hit with an eviscerate there. And now really good. That happened suddenly. If they just get it going, then they manage to have the option to apply the pressure while the other team is trying to get their team back up. So they're not really that defensive in that. If there's a down state, full-on aggression from the red team.
Yeah, they're actually doing okay in some of these situations. This is not too bad from Red, but the thing is they really focused on that midpoint to like quite a ridiculous level. Now they've actually lost the mines. They've just switched nodes, but now they need to. But look, now Cheesemo can actually move over towards that node. Now it's been decapped and finish off the guys that are there, and then they've switched it back to the 2 versus 1 cap, and they could stretch that lead even further. So they need to be wary of this. Really, to be honest, they're back in the same situation they were in earlier. And they did lose this mine point, of course. So maybe some.
Oh, we've actually got a Lich there.
Yeah, the Lich did come out. That's
Lich Hibify going down. We have, of course, a downside on the red team as well. Pure Blubber might get into some trouble and focus on the Lich. Brings him into the downside as well. Safe rest there. Stomp doesn't quite get it in time. Pure Blubber dying on point to keep the point neutral for a little bit longer. And Viola Dulaman dying off point. So they cleared that up pretty fast. The Lich came out, got some pressure on there, but then they didn't quite go anywhere from there. Darcy's hiding behind a rock.
We didn't note that actually before. Didn't note that
no,
the
maybe
Necro was that build.
Yeah,
completely just assumed that it was going for the same Necro build. But yeah, with this team, that is a good idea. But also means that survivability is going to be pretty damn low, unfortunately. But you know, it's been helping, and it's what's needed. They just need to make sure they utilize him in the correct positions.
Cheesemo now applying pressure to the midpoint. Honey, the only one at the moment, got knocked back, and the decap comes through. We've got the Necro there to assist, but Honey so far down already. We have Viola coming in to support the fight, maybe bring on a rest. We haven't seen a stomp yet on Honey. Knockback, second try to res gone nice through, and now we have actually the red team assembled here. Took quite a while, maybe a little bit too late. We had quite a while where Honey was just fighting for survival there.
The eye of the tiger. coming out.
And
But,
they managed to get a bit of burst on Zapdos. That is the focus of the team. We have Vapor Form going on. Now, of course, they can prepare for rest, but the other team can also prepare for a Stomp. We have the Battle Standard to bring him back up. At least they have, like, the tiny bit of hope there, because they managed to get people down with really the good focus and the huge burst they have in their team composition.
yeah, now it does feel like actually the Red Warrior should just go over to. Yeah, he's going over to Henge now. This is the last attempt, and I don't think with Secretive down at mid, it's not looking good. But Hibify's dead as well. Who's going to get the stomp first or the res? Hibify goes down. Secretive comes back up. And we're okay here for the red team. They need to push out now. Well, they can't, because they've still not bloody got the actual team fight done here. So they need to be careful.
Darcy is caught in a long immobilize and trying to perma dodge as much as possible on the short ball there. Got caught in a little bit of AoE afterwards, got the heal through. But the rest is pretty safe. We have a lot of damage coming in now. The rest is coming through. He stands again. Thief res in the middle of Cleave. That's an achievement, but going down immediately afterwards. Didn't quite manage to get off because of the immobilize. Tried to port away, but didn't have any condition removal.
Yeah, they're doing some good move they've done. They've pushed 2 over towards the Henge to try and get a decap, but a nice fear came off. Oh, I think they were getting close to a decap there, but unfortunately not staying on point to utilize it. Yo, Lord of Zero is down. It's too late in the game,
Stomp
unfortunately.
is coming. Knockback tried. He actually had to interrupt himself to go into the death shroud to not die. And now Secretive as well. And we got to the 500 points before they could really try and maybe capitalize on at least somewhat sustained mid-fight.
Yeah, they were there for so long, and the two out points were lost. They couldn't win, They were just obviously they couldn't, but they focused so hard on mid. They lost their close point, and it just went downhill from there. But then towards the end, they actually started, they started to show some promise and some focus and who to get their focus targets on. And I think they actually started to come back there. And if it was an earlier state of the game, it might have been quite different. But, I think that's a pretty good performance from those guys for first time in the final, first time in ESL so far, coming up against like one of the best teams. Pretty sweet going.
Getting more than 200 points on the board against Cheese Mode. Playing really... a setup which is almost made to not give any points to the other team, with going for the 3 cap or at least the 3-point assault and keeping one of them decapped. But we had Cheese Mod in situations where they just couldn't sustain the aggression on all 3 points. They managed to at least pressure them that much that they had to pull back to defend the 2nd point, and therefore not a 3 cap or a double point cap and decap for the entire game, which we've somewhat saw in Cheese Mod's earlier match.
Yeah, this is going to be the one, isn't it? Will they get as many points on the board in this game? And I'm not sure, but they were pretty solid themselves, actually, the blue team in this map. So maybe they'll go for the same tactic and they'll use that thief, maybe, because like you said, I think Cheese Mode came off node a lot more in that last game. And sorry, just telling them to go. And so potentially maybe the thief can get some decaps on that point if they can win mid and actually kill them at mid. If they can kill them Cheese Mode at mid, actually, it will give them a massive advantage, because the team fight lasts for so long that, they might actually give them a bit of a boost in their points to actually get a bit of a lead. Yeah. But we'll have to see. I don't know.
Normally, one could say that this map is really made for the setup that Cheese Mode is running.
Yeah, that's true.
We had a lot of discussion earlier on in the chat about how much cheese is the Cheese Mode combo. Somebody kind of said they are named Cheese Mode. They're kind of inviting
of course.
People to call their build cheese. And although I am proud of them for getting rid of the Guardian, they deliberately kind of made fun of some balance quirks with, for example, the triple warrior setup they used to run. So that they're not gonna take it too harshly if we call them cheese.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, that's
they just make the new cheese. They are cheese makers.
And the thing is, you know, there is no rules. There is no rules saying that they can't run what they're
None at
running, and
all.
it's completely
Anarchy.
fair play that they're playing what they're playing. And you know, there'll come a point when people will be able to counter it in a way, but whether or not that point is in this next game, we're gonna have to find out.
Nice.
Ah.
Nice segue there, because we are about to start.
It was a nice segue until you said that.
Well, I kind of wanted to acknowledge that. We are going to go into the possibly last game if Cheese Mode are able to take this. Then they're going to win the best of 3 finals here in the 41st ESL Weekly Cup. We're going to have a look at the splits.
We're actually going to see Blue Team push potentially 2 members over towards the far point, which is not what they did. Or maybe they did do that before. Maybe they just pushed the FIFA over to potentially do a 1v1. But it doesn't look like Lord Asura hasn't seen them, of course, because they are still stealthed. So that's a nice movement over to that point. Lord Asura has come back over and hit by popping that supply crate really early, actually, and not utilizing the stun at all, because I think Pure did actually dodge it, which was quite a good job, actually. So Hippify's actually in quite a lot of trouble. Needs to make sure they're focusing him. That is the focus target.
Yeah.
At the moment, and he's getting a lot of damage on him at the moment, but Hippify's doing a good job.
In the meanwhile, the Thief, especially having some problems with the conditions applied, just taking it down immediately. He can port away with the first Storm attempt, but Pure Blabla is just too far, too low in HP to actually try and rest something. That they got Hippify into a critical situation there. Pure Blabla is actually, is not going to die there. I think Lord Asura thought he might die there, but the healing signet is stronger than a couple of stacks of bleeding, apparently.
Yeah. I think he stopped for a second and thought, might as well just fall over it. So they've got that point now. Unfortunately, Blue dying and losing 2 of their team members over there. Pure is still over there bleeding out. And over on the waterfall at the moment, we do have a 2v2, which possibly will get updated with a member of the red team coming there also. And we did see Viola go down
first. It's really, they won the first fight. Then Blue has a couple of players who aren't on the map until they respawn. They managed to take advantage of that kind of overrun with 2 people, Viola in mid, and now got the 2 cap and are really going aggressively. Even though Lipion has some trouble there, if he might go down, we have Milo coming in to assist there, and now the blue team really, we might see a triple down state there, maybe a quadruple if Lipion goes down as well. A lot of AoE damage coming in there, and this is just snowballing now.
Yeah, it really is snowballing. They're not already as well in the first 2.5 minutes in the game, and I don't like where Blue put their Guardian at the beginning, to be honest. I mean, they should have rotated him to the waterfall, but you know they couldn't because they'd already committed those 2 players there. They lost the quarry, so he needed to hold the mid for as long as possible, and the free cap is very real. And it's, you know, once it's in this position, can they decap? Is it going to be doable? I'm not sure. I'm not sure they're going to be able to do it. But as long as they go for the side nodes and not mid,
Hippify actually going into the direction of the Lord, trying for solo Lord Rush.
Blimey, O'Reilly already. That's
quick.
That's very quick. But that's not going to give them much of an advantage on the map now. But you know they've got the free point, the free cap. So you know.
Yeah, and they actually got Zapdos down, saying Stuckbug, Vapor forming out of there to get away from and they might actually manage. Of course, we have Hippify busy with the Lord, so they are essentially 4 people on the map at the moment.
That's some nice damage. It's just 1-on-1 now, 1v1.
Giving them the option. They are giving them the option to maybe come back.
No one's coming back, dudes. No one's coming back to save this Lord. Because he's got enough CC to interrupt that heal. If he interrupts 1 heal, the Blue Lord's going to die. He's on 25% health. He's not even going to go for he's already interrupted. There's the heal. No. Oh yeah, there you go. Knocked back with the 4 skill on the rifle, and the Blue Lord's down. No defense from Blue
that
whatsoever.
Was a really straightforward Lord kill, and now we have 2 storms, so we are going to have at least... Wait, did they switch teams? I'm just noticing that now. No.
Oh, did they actually switch team colors?
Yes, they did.
Oh, good lord.
I need to switch the overlay. How dare you.
So at the moment, you know, I'm not sure because I think that, you know, the game's all going to be over before you get the chance. But the red,
Nope.
you know, Hippify going for that Lord kill, of course, did mean that there were only 4 on the map and they lost some caps here and there. So what I was saying earlier, as you know, isn't true, but they did go for the Lord, and Hippify did a really good job actually soloing that Lord pretty quick as well for like the NG, doing a nice job at interrupting and saving that force skill on the rifle. So currently we do have one cup coming in for red. We're 400 points against 30 for the blue team. You can't really give it to the blue, and blue unfortunately at the moment. Just because, you know, he's come back into the map and now blue team considerably losing. Oh no, I think maybe potentially mid they're going to get a res, but Secretive going down on point, going in for that res as a berserker. Started
One
Necro
up,
isn't good for
another
him.
one down.
And yeah, it's a bit of a yo-yo job at the mid for those guys at the moment, unfortunately. And
And they are at the moment 2, well, okay, now 3, but they were 2v4. So impressive display from Cheese Mode there to actually get them in this critical of a situation.
I can't believe that happened, that Lord Rush. And with no contestation as well. No one actually, why no one came back to just give him a bit of trouble is beyond me, you know. But maybe they just thought, oh, right, Hippify is not going to be able to kill the Lord that quickly. But he did.
Sometimes, if just one person is going for the Lord Rush, you think, well, either he's going to fail or I have loads of time. Well, he cleared it up fairly quickly, and
Really quickly.
even with only 4 players on the board, we had board dominance from Cheese Mode still. And there we go with the Lord Rush, with the
6
almost
minute
completely 3 cap. We've got the second point for Cheese Mode, who are going to be the winners of tonight's ESL Weekly Cup, number 41. Although, let's give some credit where credit is due. We have a new team. We have them in the finals. They went up against one of the strongest teams in Guild Wars 2, and they got points on the board on Fire.
Yes, indeed. And I think, you know, Cheese Mode deserved it. They went for the Lord kill and ended it pretty quickly, even though the team is tanky DPS team. You know, they ended the game in 6 minutes, which is faster than most teams do, actually, to be honest, with a fast Lord kill and then keeping the caps. And, you know, that was it. Snowball from hell. Call that.
Yeah, they really took advantage of the first one team fight on the Quarry. We had equal team fights, kind of nothing much happening because one side is so tanky and they couldn't get them down, and then maybe a little bit of lack of damage, though the 3 team fights took quite a while to get somewhere. But as soon as they won the stuff on Quarry, they just, Hippify moved to mid, cleared that up, moved further through to Waterfall and just went for it. Taking advantage of the first one fight as much as possible. Congrats to Cheese Mode.
Completely, yeah, agreed. I know it was some nice play from Hippify and the Lord and all the guys as well. I really do like the combination of 2 LEs. I was talking to Zapdos? I can't remember who I was talking to, but it was explaining about the condition removal and stuff, which is quite obvious, obviously, but about the fact that they just wanted to get rid of the Guardian, you know, because there isn't as many Guardian bunker players in this game as there is probably LEs, you know, so especially with that build at the moment, with the combination of Staff and the DD, and it was good, as well deserved. Fair play.
Yeah. Okay, so congratulations to them. Also congratulations to the second plate. In the end, they don't go home empty-handed.
Not at all.
We have 800 gems for every player, 2,000 for every player on the side of Cheese Mode, and with that, that was it for the 41st ESL Weekly Cup. One last reminder, after this is over, we're gonna have a winner in the Twitter giveaway. I'm gonna post one last time the Twitter where you can just read, my mouth is stopping, where you can retweet that tweet and then follow the ESL Guild Wars 2 Twitter